I really want you to educate me, man, on the dark side of comedy because I really think that you guys are underappreciated because as long as you're making me laugh, that's the only thing I care about. Not myself, but as an audience. Entertain me, and when you're done, bring the next one. And I really think that what's missing from the comedic perspective, and I don't think you guys have pushed for it enough, is to really develop a relationship with the audience. And I'm not talking about the jokes and the performance. I'm talking about the human to human of I get up at 7 in the morning, I gotta take care of my kids. I'm away from my family over 300 days a year.
Yeah.
I'm getting rejection every freaking day, and you still have to build a blueprint for yourself of
Yeah.
success. So if you
Yeah.
guys can you share with me your day to day, how difficult it is to do your job?
Well, and I will say this. I don't want to pat myself on the back too much, and I'm not going to say it's the hardest job in the world because I would, for the people that do stand up comedy, um, we would not do anything else. So like I would not have another job because I really like stand up comedy. For the people that don't do stand up comedy, it seems like the hardest job in the world because wow, standing up in front of strangers and trying to make them laugh and a room full of drunks and late nights and everything like that, it sounds impossible. And I can see why. But then once you do it and once it becomes your life, it's kind of like everything else where you just it becomes your normal. This is what is normal to me. But I will break down. I'll break down your average comedian week. Okay, um, and this is before COVID, pre-COVID, because now everything's off the table. We're just flying by the seat of our pants. But your average comedian week is your week starts on probably either Wednesday or Thursday. Wednesday or Thursday, you fly out to wherever you're going to be that weekend. Travel day. Usually you get a really early flight so you can get there on time so you can do a show that night. You're drained from the travel. You go, you do your show. Wednesday or Thursday night show is probably not the best show because everyone's hyped for Saturday. So the people that come on Wednesday or Thursday maybe don't know you. Maybe it's a light crowd. So you may not have a good show, and it's a little bit of a fight. You're exhausted, and then you do the show, and then you go back to your hotel, and then the next day you get woken up at about 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the morning because you have to go do radio or morning TV to hype your shows that weekend to plug your shows. Morning radio can be some of the most fun you're ever gonna have, and it can be some of the worst. Oh, it's like when you get a good morning radio team, it's awesome. It's you're hanging out with your boys. It's great. When you get the guy or girl that either wants to be funnier than you, wants you to do bits, doesn't want to have a conversation, or essentially just reads from your Wikipedia page, or like just in the same way I was talking earlier about how you have to be authentic. Who isn't authentic? I've had guys have a conversation with me and they're really nice off air and it's going really great. And then that light turns on. They're like, "All right, we're back with Chuck and Fuck in the morning. Brad, very funny comedian. He's gonna be at the Chuckle Hut this weekend. Brad, tell us some of the craziest stuff that's happened to you on the road."